真相融铺在大地上，丛丛鲜花散发着芳香，透进你的心房。嘿嘿，爱它正在成长，爱与人们成对成双。嘿嘿，笑容挂在人人脸上，大家喜洋洋。轻轻风草，星星真相融铺在大地上，丛丛鲜花散发着芳香，透进你的心房。嘿嘿，爱它正在成长，爱与人们成对成双。嘿嘿，笑容挂在人人脸上，大家喜洋洋。
你最近好吗？新年来到了，把昨天都写下，向明天出发。我祝你平安，你祝我安康，新年新希望，大地喜洋洋。如果时间被封印，我想留在团圆里。如果拥抱被隔离，
我也一定要对你说，想你哦。
母爱你，母
the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help. Because when you write with just the right confident tone, you can meet any challenge to move your project forward. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help you find just the right personable tone to motivate and build trust with your team. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help you find just the right positive tone.
说一声恭喜和新年，迎接美好的新一天。人人在门前贴春联，欢迎春江到人间。
幼子们相见回家园，老老少少尽团圆。围一个圆圈在庭院，诉说每一段思念。
新的一年你我许心愿，
希望新一年会是丰收年，
每一个人都健康一点，
天天笑容满面。大团圆，大团圆，不管距离有多远，好朋友在身边，我们约定这一天。大团圆，大团圆，手牵着手心相连，祝福你福寿全，恭喜恭喜乐无边。
说一声恭喜和新年，迎接美好的新一天。
人人在门前贴春联，欢迎春江到人间。游子们相见回家园，老老少少尽团圆。围一个圆圈在庭院，诉说每一段思念。
新的一年你我许心愿，
希望新一年会是丰收年，
每一个人都健康体健，
天天笑容满面。大团圆，大团圆，不管距离有多远，好朋友在身边，我们约定着。大团圆，大团圆，手牵着手心相连，祝福你福寿全，恭喜恭喜乐无边。大团圆，大团圆，不管距离有多远，好朋友在身边，我们约定这一天。大团圆，大团圆，手牵着手心相连，祝福你福寿全，恭喜恭喜乐无边，恭喜恭喜乐无边，恭喜恭喜乐无边。 天天回来。
七个隆咚锵咚锵，八个隆咚锵。
嘿呦，朋友啊，你是否无恙？
还是老模样，白白又胖胖，懒懒上呀上。
All right, one of my favorite food vendors in the Sacramento region, My Lumpia Lady. We have Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. And Leangelo. They're serving up Mexi-Pino fusion, and they have some amazing looking plates. Tell us about what we have here today.
So here we have the chicken adobo and chicken pancit plate. It comes with chicken adobo, pancit, rice on a banana leaf with some lime or lemon. And then next to that we have our traditional beef and vegetable lumpia. I don't have the birria lumpia out, which is the Mexi-Pino fusion, but that's where the Mexi-Pino fusion is a birria lumpia.
Well, it's smoking, literally. It's hot off the plate right now. So come on down, come get your lumpia and your Filipino fusion food. My Lumpia Lady, ACC Senior Services. Thank you so much. right, we're here with Rusty. He's started his candy confectioner company, Rusty's Kamaina. Rusty, what can you tell us about the candies that we're seeing here today? How did you come up with these amazing flavors?
Well, we're a unique, one-of-a-kind coconut candy. They're also blue ribbon winners at the State Fair. So we have pineapple, mango, banana, and cinnamon flavors. So we got the idea when we're in Maui. Don't have these kind of flavors, and everything just happened about 8 years ago. And here we are now.
Wow, that sounds amazing. It looks amazing. I can smell the candy. So I look forward to trying some myself. Come on down, check out Rusty and his company, Rusty's Kamaina Coconut Candy. We're here with Remy Tokunaga with the Creative Space, one of the lead organizers. Remy, tell us what's in store for us this afternoon.
Gosh, it's going to be such a great celebration. We have vendors with all types of cultural backgrounds coming here today to celebrate Lunar New Year together. We've got a lot of great food trucks with different cultures and different flavors and everything like that. We also have different makers and vendors and artisans, so it's just such a great lineup today. And then can't forget about the performers as well. Kicking off the day with lion dancing. We also have Taiko drummers and ACC performances. So just a jam-packed day full of so many great things.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Remy. You heard it, Sacramento. Make sure to come on down to ACC Senior Services, the Park City location. We'll see you soon.
everybody, and welcome to our Lunar New Year celebration. Woo! Thank you so much for everybody joining us today. This is the first time we've ever had anything like this at our space here. And I don't know if you guys know where you are. Some of you are new to our community, and some of you have been members of our community for a very long time. But we are ACC Senior Services, and we provide home and community-based programs for seniors and their family in this area. And we also have 3 different facilities in the area. We have Greenhaven Terrace, Maple Tree Village, and our care center. But today we are also working in collaboration with the creative space here. So I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Thank you, Danny. Hello, everyone, and Happy Lunar New Year. We are excited to be here with you in person and via live stream today to celebrate this year of the rabbit and the cat. This is our 2nd annual Lunar New Year celebration event, but this is our first one that we're able to partner with ACC on. My name is Jennifer Tokunaga. This is my sister, Remy Tokunaga. We are 2 sisters who co-own the creative space. We started off our business with an event space in Midtown Sacramento where we host private events and creative classes. We started it in the best time to start an event business, March of 2020. We quickly pivoted, as all small businesses did at that time, and started hosting pop-up events with small businesses. Since then, we've hosted close to 100 pop-up events at venues such as our event space in Midtown, the California Museum, the Sacramento Asian Sports Foundation, and now with ACC. Lunar New Year is a widely celebrated celebration in Asian countries such as China, Vietnam, South Korea, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Japan, Philippines, and many other countries with heavily populated Chinese communities. Those who celebrate it consider it the time of the year to reunite with immediate and extended family. And today we come together from different upbringings and cultures. But if you are here today or tuning in via live stream, it's a celebration that connects us. Sacramento is a melting pot, and what connects us all is building a sense of community where you are planted. Remy and I were born and raised here, right here in Pocket Greenhaven area, and from what we've heard, this is one of the first Lunar New Year events to actually happen in this neighborhood. So we are incredibly grateful to be able to have the opportunity to bring this celebration to our neighbors and to our community. And growing up down the street from ACC, we've known about the services they offer, and ACC holds a very special place in our hearts. When our grandmother passed away, our grandfather was able to find a sense of belonging and purpose here. He started taking mahjong classes where he was able to reconnect with friends from his past. He learned how to navigate the internet and took computer classes here, and he even learned how to play the ukulele. And to this day, his ukulele rendition of You Are My Sunshine is and always will be our absolute favorite. ACC is accepting donations today and are also giving out free tours to their incredible facility, as well as speaking about the fantastic free services they offer, which we hope everyone takes the time to learn about today. None of this is possible without the volunteers, our rock star vendors and performers, the ACC staff, Danny, whom we have been working for months on this project with, our friends, family who volunteer to help us at all of our events, the community organizations joining us today, and of course, Jason, our program director and one of our MCs, and of course, all of you. So one thing we wanted to note was that we partner with Jason for our annual Asian Pacific Culture Fest, which we will be hosting on May 6th in Elk Grove, where there will be even more live performances and vendors with us. So please stay tuned for more information to be released in the coming months. We are fundraising for the Culture Fest today and are selling Hawaiian totes and bamboo stickers. So for those of you here in person, please do check out the booth towards the front to make a purchase and to take home some cute insulated bags and stickers. Your contributions will support more community events just like this. Thank you all again so much for being here. Let the Lunar New Year celebration begin. I'm going to pass it back over to Danny.
Okay, thank you so much. Can we give her a round of applause, people? Thank you. Thank you, ladies. Okay, well, so if you are tuning in from home, please come visit us. We'll be here until 3 o'clock. We're at 7334 Park City Drive in Sacramento. And for everybody who doesn't know me, my name is Danny Lee. I'll be your MC for today. I'm a program manager here at ACC. So if you see me walking around, you can ask me any questions that you want. But let's get started. We have a lot of great performances today. So if we could clear some of the way between the tents, our lion dancers are going to be starting to come through. But before they do, I just want to let them know for this group, they started in the 1980s, and it's VFW Post 8358 Chong Lion Dance Troupe. And they are composed of members varying from 8 years old all the way to 55 years old. So Chong Mei continues a long tradition of keeping alive beautiful elements of Chinese American heritage while helping to promote civic-minded responsibility in local area youth. Today, watch for the colorful characters and symbolic movements of the lion, accompanied by celebratory drumming to wish us all peace, prosperity, and an auspicious year ahead. So right after that, we will also have a performance from their Gong Fu group as well. And without further ado, let's welcome the lion dancers.
You got a wireless, I'll walk with them. I'll walk with them. And they're going to come this way where that stroller is? Yeah. Can we get another body to help direct traffic?
And in just a second, the same group will be performing a Kung Fu presentation. So just one moment.
I'm so excited. We're going to take a sneak peek behind the scenes at Kato's Asian Grill and see what they have cooking up for us this afternoon. Here we go. Hey everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Melissa.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
And Dawn's back there with Kato's Asian Grill. What do you have on the menu today?
We have a bunch of Asian fusion food. We have like Japanese,
Hello,
Hawaiian.
happy
we
Lunar
have
New
Spanish
Year. We'll be
Sudanese.
performing our first
specialty is our Kato
Kung Fu
special
form.
chicken,
It's the
marinated
basic
in
5
honey, cafe
stance.
onion sriracha, and it has a sriracha aioli. It's very good.
All right, I can't wait. It's starting to smell really good. Very exciting.
Stop by later to get some.
All right, you heard it. Come on down. ACC Senior Services. Check out Kato's Asian Grill and all of the other amazing food trucks today.
9. Finish. Finish. Good job. All right. Okay, you guys step off. All right, next we'll perform our weapons form. This is our broadsword. Bronson, scoot to the right a little bit more. Okay, ready? All right, go ahead. All right, thank you very much. Just wanted to share a quick couple of forms that we do on behalf of the VFW Chug May Post. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wow, thank you so much. Can we give it up one more time for the Chongmei Lion Dance Group? Wow. I got caught up watching that. I forgot I was emceeing for a second. But so stay tuned with us. We're going to continue with a lot of different performances. But up next, we have sort of an ACC celebrity, I like to call her. Up next is Lana, Fong, Chong, and she's back at it again with another cooking demo. So some of you may have already seen her. She's done a zhong wrapping demonstration, and it's got over 2,000 or so views on YouTube already. And so today, she actually has her son with her as well, and her son Matt Chong will also be joining her, and they will be doing a sticky rice 2 ways demonstration. And so she's going to continue to do zhong wrapping lessons, and her family has actually made a zhong mold, and so it's wonderful. She actually likes to call zhong Chinese tamales, which I think is really funny. And so in just a second here, we are going to be having the cooking demonstration. And so we're also bringing out a monitor so you can see above what she's cooking here. And again, I'd like to reiterate that ACC Senior Services, we have our booth right here on the corner if you'd like to learn more about our services. We have lots of home and community-based services here, and that includes transportation, employment, our new senior escort program that was created out of the anti-Asian hate violence that was happening over the last 2 years. We also have our utility assistance program that is supposed to target non-English speaking seniors or people who are low income. We also have our classes and clubs here. So if you need to, go check out our newsletter and get on the newsletter list. We also have a raffle if you put your address or your email down. So that's a really good fun thing. And we're also handing out COVID test kits over there. So make sure you visit ACC's tent right on the corner with the lanterns. And also Creative Spaces tent is over near the entrance as well. So I really encourage you to check both of them out. Get on our mailing and email lists so that way you can be up to date with all the events going on. Like Jennifer mentioned earlier, they have some really exciting stuff coming up, and a lot of it is going to be AAPI based, and so it's really important and great for us to be supporting these communities.
All right, one of my favorite food vendors in the Sacramento region, My Lumpia Lady. We have Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. And Leangelo. They're serving up Mexi-Pino fusion, and they have some amazing looking plates. Tell us about what we have here today.
So here we have the chicken adobo and chicken pancit plate. It comes with chicken adobo, pancit, rice on a banana leaf with some lime or lemon. And then next to that we have our traditional beef and vegetable lumpia. I don't have the birria lumpia out, which is the Mexi-Pino fusion, but that's where the Mexi-Pino fusion is a birria lumpia.
Well, it's smoking, literally. It's hot off the plate right now. So come on down, come get your lumpia and your Filipino fusion food. My Lumpia Lady, ACC Senior Services. Thank you so much.
We'll have some musical performance by Nayyar.
All right, we're here with Rusty. He's started his candy confectioner company, Rusty's Kamaina. Rusty, what can you tell us about the candies that we're seeing here today? How did you come up with these amazing flavors?
Well, we're a unique one-of-a-kind coconut candy. They're also blue ribbon winners at the state fair. So we have pineapple, mango, banana, and cinnamon flavors.
Make sure you guys stick around for all of that.
So we got the idea when we're in Maui. Don't have these kind of flavors, and everything just happened about 8 years ago. And here we are now.
Wow, that sounds amazing. It looks amazing. I can smell the candy. So I look forward to trying some myself. Come on down, check out Rusty and his company, Rusty's Kamaina Coconut Candy. This is so exciting. Look at this colorful display brought to you by Andrea with Nothing Fancy Bakery, but everything here looks delicious and fancy. I see some cats, I see some rabbits. Tell us more about what you've prepared today.
So today I wanted to put together special packaging just to give as gifts to family and friends in regards to Lunar New Year celebration, and to recognize different cultures. I made sure to include the Vietnamese cat for the zodiac sign as well as the rabbit, and I made different versions of the rabbit along with dragon heads, and then I have different offerings of tins, these beautiful boxes, or if you just want to grab a little something for your friends. And I'll have 5 different drop cookies, chocolate chip, peanut butter chocolate, and I even have a gluten-free option for today.
Wow, you thought of everything. Thanks so much, Andrea. Come on down to her booth, Nothing Fancy Bakery. Thank you very much. We're here with Dee, and their booth is Real Mojo Foods. Dee, tell us, what are some of the best sellers that folks will see at your booth today?
Yes, thank you. We are the owners of Real Mojo Foods, a Filipino owned pickle company. And we do preservative-free pickles using local ingredients. Our best sellers are our pickles up front here. We have garlic and original. As well as for the folks that love spices, we also offer hot sauces and our spicy pickled carrots and green beans.
It looks amazing. Well, I'm probably going to have to pick up a couple of jars and some of the jerky. Thanks so much, Dee.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right.
Matt, my son. So 3 generations of I don't have any spot. I didn't even recognize Julie.
Okay, everybody, we are all set up here, and I would like to introduce Lana, Fong, Chong, and her son, Matt Chong.
Hi. Am I speaking? Okay. Okay. I think I'm hooked up. Am I right? Okay. Sun and Phi Lok, and happy Year of the Rabbit to all of you, and what a wonderful day for everyone to come out. I'm happy to have my son Matt, my one and only. He's also quite a skilled cook. He does his thing and I do mine. We at the ACC love to share, pass along our legacy of cooking, our history. We speak to all the good things that happen associated with our food. Many of our culture and stories come from our eating food. So, although I might be a American-born Chinese, I am fluent, but I might be speaking in my dialect and not yours. I'm a Sayup girl, and my mother and father immigrated from Guangzhou many years ago. We like to retain all our history, our culture, our food, Chinese New Year celebrations, and all of that. I'm so happy to see this festive and wonderful day. Today I'm going to make actually a much easier wrap sticky rice. We call sticky rice two ways. So what we have here are the components to make lo mai gai. I call it no mai gai. This is my water bowl. I'm not going to drink it. But this is to ensure that I'm going to be perfectly happy and content. You go to dim sum houses and you see this mysterious looking green wrapped sticky rice. And it's really very easy to make. The components are one of having the most wonderful and beautiful lotus leaf. They come dry like this in packages. The work that is involved is very simple. You simply take a dry, brittle leaf. I cut it beforehand, cut it down, soak it for at least 2 hours to soften it up. You want it pliant, foldable. I soak these for a couple of hours and they become very pliant and usable. I have a station here where I'm going to show you how to do a wrap. The rice is very simple. The simple rice is made, and always from high quality rice, you get the best high quality Chong or no mai gai, or Matt's going to be making instant pot no mai. He uses a different variety, but I swear by Quota Farms. The preparation on the rice is quite simple. Some people like to actually cook the no mai raw. I prefer to make it more modern, and I made an adaptation. What I did was I bring to boil plain rice that's been soaked. You must soak your glutinous rice. If you don't soak your rice will cook up unevenly. And if you have uneven cooked rice, you'll get your auntie who will say, sang mai, which means not a good compliment. It means that your rice was cooked unevenly, or there were some parts of the rice that was not cooked. Again, I brought this to al dente boil, and I actually put in a little bit of shoyu broth and a little bit of salt to flavor the rice. Now the filling is one of something that is savory. Savory means tasty, umami, wonderful smell. It's actually chicken, lapchang, mushrooms. I actually cut up the chicken thighs, dark meat, and marinate it with rice wine so we get a nice flavor. Stir fry it, all soy, oyster sauce, a little bit of slurry to thicken it to make a nice little thickening. And I also like the looks of and having cilantro in the mix. And I actually just wash these and have them ready to wrap. Now, sticky rice is exactly sticky, so what you want to do is you want to have something that's going to create a barrier. Instead of oil to apply on your leaves, I have a bowl of chicken broth. And my painter, I have my duty station worked out, my rice, my innards, and my chicken broth. And it's a very quick wrap. You simply take a little bit of chicken broth, ply up your leaves. Yes, there's an inside and outside. I would say this is outside. So you put that in here, and you have a little rice. You put right in the middle. And you have your wonderful savory. Put a little bit of everything. And for those of you who wrap Chong, if you wanted to, you could actually put in one of those hamdan, which would be nice. I also like to think that it's a very pretty thing to have cilantro in the mix. So you simply take and cover your goodie, your savory rice, make a little pile. You do a fold. You fold up like, and make a little twist and turn. You fold up, make a little twist and turn. And you fold up, and you have yourself quite a pretty little, very quick, very quick. Now, the other thing that's really quite fun about this is I come from a long extended family. We'll do another one. Again, some chicken broth. And what you could do with these wonderful little packs is to actually make them all up, steam them, and the steaming time is very quick, only 15 minutes. Because the rice is al dente, the meat is cooked, it's flavorful, and the steaming actually infuses the wonderful flavor and the wonderful ambience of the lotus leaf that is so beloved in the Chinese culture. So we make a little pile, we close up and then we make that little fold. Fold the edges and turn it over. One time I made 150 of these. I took it out to a picnic. And to reheat it, I took a steamer and I put it over a butane burner. And the family in San Francisco and San Mateo at our Chandy reunion loved this. So here's another ready to go. People always say, when you fold, I'm going to see something, and I think Matt's going to get ready for his presentation. But I wanted to show you the finished product. You can actually take and have all of these in packets, freeze it. Today I steamed my no mai, and I will show you the finished product. You could wrap them in foil, take it to a picnic, warm it all up, and impress all your relatives. And here is the tasty no mai gai. Little packets of fun. Okay, I think Matt's going to come up, and I'm going to move aside. Okay. Yeah. Would you grab? I'm going to move all of these down. Thank you. Matt's going to actually transition with his Instant Pot, foolproof Instant Pot recipe. Although Matt has said that I travel with enough clothing in the back of my van, he travels with a lot of stuff himself.
Gotta have everything.
Speak to the ingredients, Matt.
Yeah. So I just wanted to lay out some of the ingredients that we're going to be using today before we started. And essentially from your left to right. So first off, let me tell you what we're doing today. Can you guys hear me okay? Sort of. How about now? Not really? Testing. 1, 2. wanted me to join her today to show. Switch.
Mhm.
Cool. Perfect. Okay, what about now? There we go. Okay, so just like my mom was saying, she wanted to show everyone sticky rice 2 ways today. And as a kid, I grew up eating lo mai fan really on special occasions, and it was definitely one of my favorite dishes. And for those of you that are new to the dish, it's essentially a sticky rice with like a Chinese sausage, usually some different kind of sauces in it, and then some shiitake mushrooms, sometimes some dried shrimp. But generally, it's a dish that's reserved for special occasions because it's usually a pretty time-intensive dish. And usually it involves a lot of time, and you have to kind of always be by your stove just to make sure you're not messing the dish up. However, my generation is, actively always looking for more efficient ways to do things, and I'm sure everyone here has heard of an Instant Pot or electric pressure cooker. So over time, I started to develop different recipes with it, and one of which that really stuck was an Instant Pot version of this dish. So a dish that generally will take about 2.5 hours, not including time to soak rice. We can condense it to, I timed a batch this morning to right around 35 minutes. So it's a really fast, really efficient dish that I'd like to walk you guys through. So starting first and foremost with the ingredients, basic Chinese pantry stuff, both light and dark soy, some fish sauce, some Shaoxing rice wine. Stock, I'm gonna use boxed Costco chicken stock today. If you guys have the good stuff at home, I encourage you guys to use it, but this is totally fine. Then we also have, I think everyone's favorite is Chinese sausage, lapchang. I think we've all eaten way too many of these things before. And optional ingredients, some people like it, some people don't. Dehydrated shrimp, tiny little shrimps that are dehydrated. They pack a punch, really, really focused flavor. And then some water chestnuts for texture. And then lastly, some green onions for garnish. So let me get the rest of this set up and we'll jump right into this. So first, I'm just really gonna get this thing started up here because these things, what we're gonna do is we're essentially just gonna use one pot, right? Instead of sticking in front of your stove for a couple hours and using 5 or 6 things, we're gonna go a very easy way. So let me get some of my prepped ingredients out now, and this will be pretty quick. So let me show you guys what we're working with. So first and foremost, there's definitely not a lot of shortcuts I suggest on the prep side. Some people will use a food processor to chop their lapchang down. I don't recommend that. I recommend cutting it because if you use a food processor, you'll likely mince it, and when you brown it, you're gonna render way too much fat. You're probably gonna end up with a greasier dish. So if you look at the monitor, this is kind of what it looks like. And then just some basic diced onions. You don't really have to be too specific with it, too small. Again, another thing, chop these, spend some time with a knife and a cutting board. Don't use a food processor. Also some shiitake mushrooms. Now, it's key that you soak these mushrooms prior to cooking it because you're gonna get a dehydrated mushroom in most cases in the store. So when you soak things, you could soak it from anywhere from a couple hours to overnight if you really want to. I usually go for about 3 hours at boiling, but this is the diced and soaked mushrooms. Okay, and the last couple ingredients. So, this is the shrimp that we basically just dehydrated. And when I say dehydrated, 15 minutes is fine. And most important thing is when you're soaking these things, you want to save the soaking water because that's going to add a lot of flavor. So this container right here is the soaking liquid from the shiitake mushrooms and the shrimp. So we're going to save that for later. And basically here's my good old Costco chicken stock that's just been batched out. This is 3 cups. So This is gonna be really fast. Now, as you guys get this going, this recipe is something that I've been tweaking for a long time, and I did something different today that I usually don't do, and that is actually not using any additional cooking oil or additional fats. The lapchung has so much fat in it that you can actually just start with that. Pretty much dump it in with no fat into the container. And what will happen is over time, this couple of minutes, it's actually going to render out a decent amount of fat. So we're going to let that thing cook for a little bit. And if I'm all set, okay. So this thing basically is on saute. And really, all we're really looking for is, as you can see it, you're going to start seeing some fat render out. And pretty much all you're really looking for is a little bit of color. You don't want to fry these things. You don't want them to be black. You don't want them to be crispy. You just want the fat to start rendering out, where you can start seeing it at the bottom. And you're just going to kind of stir it a little bit just so everything gets coated in fat and it starts cooking a little bit faster. So we're going to kind of let that sit for a minute and then go into the rest of these ingredients that we have. Lastly, last three things, the chopped water chestnuts. Some people like these, some people don't. I think some people think they have kind of a funk to them, but I think that these are actually really tasty and they add like a really nice texture to the dish. And green onions, which is really simple. You want to use maybe 4 stalks or so, chopped down to the whites. I usually do chopping at a bias just because it looks prettier, but it's really up to you. And then the key ingredient is going to be glutinous rice. So glutinous rice, basically, I usually buy a Three Ladies brand, which is available at any Asian market. And pretty much the rice, you know, we're also used to cooking down rice till the water is clear, that actually if you cook it down, if you actually just give it a quick rinse, maybe 1 or 2, you're absolutely fine. I believe you want some of the starch to remain inside of the rice, just so that we end up with like a nice chew on this dish. So if you guys can see this now, I believe you can, everything's looking really shiny. We have a lot of fat out there. We're starting to see some color. It's starting to get a little bit of a texture to it. So now we're just going to start dumping our stuff in. We're going to start adding our onions, our shiitake, and give it a quick stir. And now all we're looking for is really the sweat, right? So if you see some of the stuff on the bottom right there, that's the good stuff. Like, don't be afraid of that. This is what we call fond. And fond will be something that where the proteins start to caramelize at the bottom of a pot. And that's just pure flavor, so let it go. But really what we want to do is just stir this up a little bit, let the fats kind of get all around the onions and the mushrooms, and then let it sweat. So a couple important things on this dish is that it's really forgiving. You know, if you guys are maybe looking for different alternative proteins from like pork or beef or chicken, you don't always have to use like a lapchung sausage. You can always use like a chicken or any other kind of sausage. I usually recommend something that isn't too heavy in moisture, because you're going to render a lot of water out of it if you're dealing with, let's say, raw chicken breast. But these sausages always work really well because there's not a lot of moisture and it's just pure fat.
How long do you saute it for?
So the sauteing, I would say maybe 7-8 minutes max. When the onions get in here, you just really want them to sweat. You want the most of the color to come from the lapchung. The actual sausage, the actual onion and the mushrooms, we really want to just be able to sweat some of the water out of it. So we're almost there. So pretty much, as you start to see everything turn translucent. Okay, cool. So this is when I like to add the shrimp. I like to add mine a little bit later because I don't really like it to be too fried. But I feel like as long as it kind of gets kissed with the oil, the flavor's still there. So, I mean, it's starting to look like we're almost there, right? You can start to see the onions get to be a little translucent. So now we're just going to jump into the home stretch of this dish, and this is when it kind of shows you how fast and easy it is. So now that we have all of our stuff, it's kind of sauteed, it's looking nice, smelling good. all we have to do is really kill the Instant Pot. Let's turn it off. I'm gonna hit the cancel button. Then we're gonna really start adding our other things. We're gonna add our last few ingredients. We're gonna go rice. This is about 3 cups. Again, I only rinsed it maybe 2-3 times. I think twice on this one. So the key part about this recipe is that a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll add the rice in and they'll stir it all up. And if you've used an Instant Pot before, you probably are used to a burn message. So the burn message happens when the device doesn't detect any liquid at the bottom. So it thinks it's burning when it really isn't. So if you leave your chopped, sauteed ingredients at the bottom and you put your rice on top, that's one way of avoiding the actual burn message. So the last couple steps, here we go, is really adding our liquids in. So I'm gonna add this chicken stock. And you know, this is kind of where we start eyeballing things a little bit. The next ingredient I'm gonna add is, I have my mushroom liquid right here. Basically just gonna add some soy sauce, probably about 2 tablespoons. And this is where one of the things is optional, is that you don't have to add dark soy sauce. Dark soy sauce is more of a color. So if you want to add dark, it's up to you. I actually go with fish sauce. I think fish sauce adds a little bit more flavor. And I'm just going to add maybe 3 tablespoons in here. And that's really it. So now I'm going to add my the rest of this braising liquid in here. And this is kind of where like the dish can really vary according to your liking. So if you look inside here, if you can see that, the liquid is barely covering the rice. And that is pretty much it. The remaining step on this is really, really difficult. We are going to put this lid on right here. And the idea is that, do you want me to run this batch right now and then just, okay. So if you were going to cook this right now, you would essentially cook it on high pressure for 12 to 13 minutes. I usually go 13 minutes. And then after it hits 13 minutes and the timer goes off, you let it sit for 5 minutes before you vent it. So the thing to keep in mind is that the cook time is only, let's say, 12 minutes with a sit time of 5. It's going to take about 17 minutes for it to get up to temperature under pressure. So as you're allotting time for this dish, it's probably going to be in total right around 33 minutes cook time outside of the actual sauteing steps. So pretty much once you set it up and you get it going, I brought a batch that I made this morning, like we like to call TV magic, basically. And this is essentially what the dish looks like. So after the dish is done, I pretty much just stirred in my green onions, and you end up with like a really nice glutinous, chewy rice that's flavored with all the sauces that we added, the dried shrimp, and the lapchang. And that is pretty much the recipe.
And you want to give it to your aunties, right?
Yeah. So thank you again. I hope you guys liked the recipe. And if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to email the staff here. I'll be sure to share the recipe with the ACC, so it'll be easy for you to access, okay?
Also, one of the other projects that ACC is sponsoring is an ACC cookbook.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
And I know David Suhu and his wife Elaine Korn are collecting vintage recipes from our history and culture. And if they're not all closed down, maybe we'll put Matt's Instant Pot recipe in there, particularly with all the necessary advice about layering and not burning your rice. I think whenever anyone in the family's cooked nomai in a pot, that's probably the most worrisome thing. The rice gets either dried out or something's not cooked. But if you consider doing all the steps in the way Matt, there's always a very, very got-to-go certain way of getting cooked rice. So anyway, if you have any vintage recipes to consider, David Suhu will be happy to collect those. I've already sent in a couple of things already. And again, we're going to say Sun in Firelock and eat every grain of rice, you guys. Be happy.
He went back to Vietnam and started his own fish sauce company. So this is his right here.
Can we give another round of applause to Lana and Matt here? We love family duos. And so before we get to the next performance, we are going to cut to Jason Chong in the field, who's going to be doing a couple of interviews for our online audience. But for our in-person audience, we're going to have about a 10-minute break here before the next performance, so stay with us.
I'm so excited. We're going to take a sneak peek behind the scenes at Kato's Asian Grill and see what they have cooking up for us this afternoon. Here we go. Hey everyone, good morning.
Good morning.
Melissa.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. And Dawn's back there with Kato's Asian Grill. What do you have on the menu today?
We have a bunch of Asian fusion food. We have like Japanese, Hawaiian. We have spam musubis. Our specialty is our Kato special chicken. It's marinated in honey, kaffir lime leaves, onion, sriracha, and it has a sriracha aioli. It's very good.
All right, I can't wait. It's starting to smell really good. Very exciting.
Stop by later to get some.
All right, you heard it. Come on down. ACC Senior Services. Check out Kato's Asian Grill and all of the other amazing food trucks today. All right, we have such a fun booth here next. We have Candy showing off her wares with occasional-ish, that's a tongue twister, really fun pins shimmering in the sunlight. Tell us what we have here. Some stickers and some pins that folks can wear. What stands out? What would you like to share with the folks?
Yeah, for sure. Hi, my name is Candy, like what he said, and I am an artist and a designer, and now a small business owner. So what I have over here, I have washi tapes, I have stickers, I have some pins over here, keychains, and also greeting cards right over there. And I designed all of this. What people love about my brand and my products and myself, this is my favorite products. People love pins, but this is the most. This
special pin. Okay, yes. The what to eat. Can I try this out here?
Yes,
okay,
sure.
So what to eat? I'm not sure. I need help. Looks like I'm gonna have Japanese food today. That's probably a given. All right, so fun, Candy. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. All right, one of my favorite food vendors in the Sacramento region, My Lumpia Lady. We have Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. And Leangelo. They're serving up Mexi-Pino fusion, and they have some amazing looking plates. Tell us about what we have here today.
So here we have the chicken adobo and chicken pancit plate. It comes with chicken adobo, pancit, rice on a banana leaf with some lime or lemon. And then next to that we have our traditional beef and vegetable lumpia. I don't have the birria lumpia out, which is the Mexi-Pino fusion, but that's where the Mexi-Pino fusion is a birria lumpia.
Well, it's smoking, literally. It's hot off the plate right now. So come on down, come get your lumpia and your Filipino fusion food. My Lumpia Lady, ACC Senior Services. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is so exciting. Look at this colorful display brought to you by Andrea with Nothing Fancy Bakery, but everything here looks delicious and fancy. I see some cats, I see some rabbits. Tell us more about what you've prepared today.
So today I wanted to put together special packaging just to give as gifts to family and friends in regards to Lunar New Year celebration, and to recognize different cultures. I made sure to include the Vietnamese cat for the zodiac sign as well as the rabbit, and I made different versions of the rabbit along with dragon heads, and then I have different offerings of tins, these beautiful boxes, or if you just want to grab a little something for your friends. And I'll have 5 different drop cookies, chocolate chip, peanut butter chocolate, and I even have a gluten-free option for today.
Wow, you thought of everything. Thanks so much, Andrea. Come on down to her booth, Nothing Fancy Bakery. Thank you very much. We're here with Remy Tokunaga with the Creative Space, one of the lead organizers. Remy, tell us what's in store for us this afternoon.
Gosh, it's going to be such a great celebration. We have vendors with all types of cultural backgrounds coming here today to celebrate Lunar New Year together. We've got a lot of great food trucks with different cultures and different flavors and everything like that. We also have different makers and vendors and artisans, so it's just such a great lineup today. And then can't forget about the performers as well. Kicking off the day with lion dancing. We also have Taiko drummers and ACC performances, so just a jam-packed day full of so many great things.
是最美的时光，祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你富贵又安康，穿上了新衣裳，红当当，把吉祥带到你身旁，祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你欢乐又平安，这条路风多宽有多长，把祝福送到你心上，你心上。嘿呦，喜洋洋走在小路上，一个咚咚锵咚锵，八个隆咚锵。嘿呦，春风吹，飘来你芳香，一颗的思念到地久天长。啦啦团圆饭，团圆香，我永远不会忘。无论你在何方，相约在老地方。没有夜晚哪来的天亮？别再想，别再烦。一起唱，像儿时一样，编织最美的时光。祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你富贵又安康，穿上了新衣裳，红当当，把吉祥带到你身旁。祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你欢乐又平安，这条路风多宽有多长，把祝福送到你心上，你心上。祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你富贵又安康，穿上了新衣裳，红当当，把吉祥带到你身旁。祝福你年年喜洋洋，送给你欢乐又平安，这条路风多宽有多长，把祝福送到你心上，你心上。
Holding India.
All right, we're here with Michelle from Nanaland, and we have some really colorful items here today expressing Filipino culture. Tell us about some of the special items that folks will see.
One that is special to us is this beanie, Luzon. It is one of the provinces that our parents are from. And the colors are the warrior colors. So, of course, Bay Area, want to tie all that.
Representing NorCal.
Correct.
All right, what else do we have here?
We also have stickers. We have cap pins. Also, this hat is a card holder, so you can.
That's sneaky. Look at that.
Yeah, so people that want to put fishing licenses or license or bank cards, easy.
I love it. Well, it's all mahal, as you can see. Michelle, thank you so much. Nine Land here at ACC Senior Services.
Thank you.
Just look up at me and I'll.
So I'm just going to introduce you. You want to come out of the curtains? Yeah. Make it official. You want to go behind the curtains or you want to sit? Okay. Okay. Sean, ready? Do I count or we're on? Anytime. Okay. Okay, everyone. I know we had a little intermission here, but we have our next performer all lined up, ready to go here. And so this is a pretty special performer. So today, Nayyar is here. And so he is an amazing homegrown talent. So not even yet out of high school, but he's a multi-instrumentalist, a film composer, and a singer in multiple languages. He's also an actor, author, dancer. Wow, and he even has a black belt in martial arts. Oh my gosh. What can you not do, Neil? Neil was also invited to perform for President Joe Biden's election campaign and has been recognized by 2 world record titles, which is crazy. Oh my gosh. Neil's unique specialty is the ability to play more than 117 instruments from all over the world. So you'll get to see some really special stuff up here. So today, Neil will be performing several songs commonly heard in Chinese, Korean, and Vietnamese New Year traditions. I also wanted to mention, you guys might have actually seen Neil on TV. So he was on 2 Honda commercials. He was on the Jennifer Hudson show. He was on Good Morning America. And keep an eye out for him for the next America's Got Talent. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for him. So let's give him a round of applause. Neil Nayyar.
Check 1, 2, 3. Hello guys, happy Lunar New Year. How are you guys doing today? Good? One more time. How are you guys doing today? There we go, excellent. So anyways, my name is Neil Nayyar. I am 17 years old, and today I'll be singing you a Chinese song called Gongxi Gongxi. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Okay, and the next song I'll be playing is called Hey Shin Yen on the Indian sitar. Alright. Alright, did you guys enjoy the song? Excellent. Alright, so this next song, this will be my very, very first time singing a